glasses on and look. Yeah. Walk me out of darkness. Place my feet.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Church Guys Like Sports.
You ought to look.
Shandia, don't you do that about my Knicks. Don't you dare.
Look, yeah. Look where it brought you from. Look where.
Listen, I need you to share this. I'm going to help somebody today.
Come on, let's have
Come
some
on.
action. You ought to look, yeah. Yeah, look, yeah. Lord, me out of darkness. Place my feet. Everybody clap your hands.
Come on, clap your hands. We re-releasing this song, y'all. If you ain't got it, you got to go get it now. Video is coming out.
Put those hands together. If your neighbor trying to be cute, you ought to push him and say, "What you waiting on? Let's have some more action." He brought me from a mighty long way. He brought me from. He brought me.
Pastor John Willis is in the works. It's in the works.
I don't know about you. When I think about what the Lord did,
I'm going to call you on that, man, because
He brought
God is working something out, man. He's amazing.
He covered me in the schoolhouse. He guided me past the jailhouse. Somebody in here, you ought to be a witness. He bucked you from a mighty
Let's go, Nick. That's right.
From a mighty long way. From a mighty long way. Pull me from. Now everybody clap your hands. Clap your hands this heat. Now everybody clap your hands. Clap your hands. Clap your hands this heat. Yes, sir. Put them together.
All right, y'all. That's my new song, Mighty Long Way. Some folks been asking when is the album coming out. The album will be out real soon. But before the album come out, y'all prove to me y'all gonna get the album by getting the single. Go buy that single right now, Mighty Long Way by Pastor David Wright featuring Keith Wonderboy Johnson. Somebody had the nerve to say Keith Wonderboy Johnson looked like Mr. Brown on that video, and that's not nice. That's my friend. He does not look like Mr. Brown. But good news, y'all. God, I don't always tell everything, but God is working it out for this show. We're looking at some different local networks on getting put on. So, God is doing it. I thank God for favor. And when you're consistent in what you do, God will blow your mind. He'll blow your mind. And Church Guys Like Sports too will be on some local networks, and I know, and they love my Knicks stuff, well, cause it's New York, it's the Bronx, called Bronx Net TV and all that stuff. So I just thank God for that. But I'm sure when I go national, I'm still gonna be in all my Knick attire when I go national. I'm still gonna be all nicked out. All right, listen. We got some sports to talk about, and I want y'all, ladies, to tag some of your friends, because it's not just Church Guys Like Sports too. It's Church Guys and Gals Like Sports too. And ladies, I'm going to help y'all today. Because we're going to talk about the Super Bowl and how you should conduct yourself. How you should conduct yourself. But before I get into all that, shout out to the New York Knicks. We have the Rookie of the Year. His name is Emmanuel Quickley. He had scored the other night. He scored 31 points. No rookie this year has that much points. Not one rookie has that amount of points. None. So shout out to the New York Knicks, because we know how to draft some players. We know how to draft. All right. And y'all tag these ladies. But we're going to talk about the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame That's on the agenda too. But first, let me deal with the Super Bowl. Get your lady friends on here because the Super Bowl is not this Sunday, it's next Sunday. So you got time to prepare yourself, ladies. Dave Wright is going to help you today. I'm here to help. Church guys, girls like sports too is help today. All right? So what the Super Bowl is the biggest sports function of the year. It's bigger than the NBA Finals. It's bigger than the World Series. It's bigger than the PGA Tour. It's bigger than all of that stuff. So prepare yourself, ladies. If you don't know sports, because not all the ladies know sports, I'm going to help you. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are playing the Kansas City Chiefs. So this is what I need y'all to do. Don't try to take the remote from your husband on Super Bowl Sunday. Don't you touch that remote. I know that thing come on at the nighttime because my wife bothers me with it. The Atlanta Housewives come on that night, on Sunday nights. Don't touch your husband's remote. For about 4 hours, his undivided attention will be on the Super Bowl, even on the commercials. Don't try to start a conversation. Don't try to, it's a commercial break. Go to the store for me. No. Many have been divorced and broken up over Super Bowl. All right? Now, ladies, this is where I'm going to help you. The colors for the Kansas City Chiefs are red. And the colors for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is kind of like a red burgundy with a little touch of gray in it. It'll do you good to go get you some red pumps. Yeah. I'm trying to help somebody. It'll do you good to be donned in your red attire. Because after that Super Bowl, we are so hyped. And you might just get a night to remember. Hello. Go get you some red and watch the Super Bowl with them. And you're going to get a night to remember. Some folks, you see, this is church guys like sports. They don't want to tell you this stuff on Sunday morning out the pulpit. Oh, you can't wear red. That's Jezebel. You better hush for Jezebel come snatch you what you got. That ain't nothing. Jezebel ain't a color. Jezebel is a spirit. You better get you some red. Get you some red and don yourself, because whichever team you win, they're going to have on red. I'm trying to help somebody. Make you some hot wings. And if you know, get you some hot wings and some chips and dip. All that stuff. Because the Super Bowl is Valentine's Day for the man. I'm telling you, you spread it out real nice for him on the Super Bowl Sunday, your Valentine's Day gonna be great. The Super Bowl is Valentine's Day for men. That's what it is. Because ain't no real man looking forward to no Valentine's Day. We ain't into that. That's for the ladies. Now let me talk to these pastors and these churches, these choirs. They can talk about me all they want. Don't you have no afternoon service on Super Bowl Sunday? Don't you have no night service don't you have no concert on Super Bowl Sunday? Let your men go home and watch the Super Bowl. Let your women go home and watch the Super Bowl. Loose here with that spirit. I get sick to my stomach. I be Super Bowl Sunday and I'm posting something and then I see somebody in church, they in church shouting and stuff, running all around on Super Bowl Sunday. That's why a lot of the men don't want to be bothered with the church. Hello? Let your men go home and watch Super. What my father used to do, and he started this tradition. We may not do it this year, but he would have a Super Bowl party at the church. At the church, we have a Super Bowl party. Because although we love God and we in church and stuff, men still love sports. And there are some women that love sports. I got some women at my church know more about football than the men. Sister Rosalie Brown can tell you Walt Frazier's stats in the whole year of 1970. So it ain't, you know, and let your husband, y'all enjoy the Super Bowl together. I'm trying to help you. Enjoy the Super Bowl together. Don't be asking, what's that brown thing they throwing? We ain't got time for that. You got 10 days to learn the game. What's them yellow things they kicking it? We ain't got time for that. We ain't got time to teach you. Just sit there and clap every time somebody scores. When your husband scream, you scream. When your husband jump up, you jump up. When your husband get mad, you get mad. Act like you know what's going on. And some of y'all ladies, listen, I know we got some ladies that got fellas that ain't quite, you know, some of your ladies done settled, you done settled, and now you stuck with one of them girl boys, you know, and you want to watch the Super Bowl and he want to go do something different. Listen to me. You shouldn't have got, you know what? I'm trying to stay good today. But what is it with these ladies getting with these funny boys? If your boyfriend or your husband don't know who's playing in the Super Bowl, and he ain't said nothing about the game, if your boyfriend ain't said nothing about the football game, there's a red flag. He already walking funny. He already whistle when he walk. And now the Super Bowl coming up and he ain't said nothing. See, this is why I get in trouble. This is why I get in trouble, because I can't help myself. And the thing is, y'all know I'm telling the truth. You know I'm telling the truth. Every man, every real man, even if he ain't a big sports fanatic, he knows something about the Super Bowl. And a lot of folks say they got the Chiefs because Pat Mahomes is a bad boy. But listen to me. Don't bet or don't take Tom Brady and throw him to the side. Tom Brady, I'm not even calling him Tom Brady no more. His name is Mr. GOAT. I don't care if he wins this Super Bowl or loses. This is this man's 10th Super Bowl. The only person that has close to that is John Elway, and he got 5. Now, Pat Mahomes, this is one of the best Super Bowls we're going to ever see, because this is the equivalent of LeBron versus Jordan. They are 20 years different in age. Tom Brady is old enough to be Patrick Mahomes' father. And if that old man on next Sunday. And it's in Tampa. If that old man beats this young boy, you're going to have old men in their 40s walking around thinking they're going to be walking around here tough. You can't tell you won't be able to tell a 40-year-old man nothing. If Tom Brady and his 43-year-old self beat Pat Mahomes and his 23-year-old self, you won't be able to tell an old man nothing. You won't be able to fight an old man. Look, did you see what Tom Brady? Because I remember when George Foreman beat Michael Moore. George Foreman was an old boxer. He was in his 40s. Michael Moore was in his 20s. He beat him, and all of a sudden, old men was fighting young boys in the street. Now listen, if you 40-something years old, you ain't Tom Brady. You ain't got that kind of stamina. You have some good sense. I ain't fighting none of these 20-year-old boys. They got all that strength. I'm at the age now, my fighting days is over. When you reach a certain age, you call the cops. I'm at the call the cops age. Y'all can laugh at me all you want. I had my fair share of fights and I won my fair share of fights. But I'm at the age now. This is the call the cops age I'm at. Amen. And some of y'all there too. Some of y'all ladies, y'all ain't fighting like y'all used to in high school, pulling the hair out and scratching all this foolishness. You 40 years old. No, this is called the cops age. When you reach 40, you start down in numbers. Somebody want to fight you, you say, all right, hold up. Let me get my phone. That's what we do now. We call the cops age. So I think the Chiefs going to win this game, but I'm scared to bet against Tom Brady. I am scared to bet against Tom Brady. So now, let me tell y'all a joke that Michael Jordan told. And yes, shout out to the memory and legacy of Kobe Bryant. We're praying we're gonna keep Miss Vanessa Bryant in our prayers because this is yesterday was the 1 year anniversary of his death. And anybody that has dealt with a death like that, you do not get over it. I don't care how long ago it happens. You don't get over something like that. God gives you the strength to live with it, but you don't get over it. All right? You don't get over it. So some folks say, oh, you should be over that by now. Nah, maybe you ain't never dealt with what somebody else has dealt with. So let's keep her in our prayers constantly. And then there was another young man, only 43 years old. His name was 48 years old. Sequoia Smith. He was a sportscaster for the NBA, and he died from complications of COVID-19. He died yesterday at 48 years old. Great guy, great sportscaster, black guy, and had a wife and 3 children. So let's keep that family of Sequoia Smith in our prayers as well. Now listen, the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. Oh, hold on, let me put this down here because somebody might want to sow a seed into church guys like sports too. Sow a seed so I can shout you out. All right. Listen, the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame, it may be the hardest Hall of Fame to get into because basketball is pretty easy to get into because basketball, they look at your whole thing. They look at high school. They look at what you did in college and what you did in the NBA, even overseas. And football is pretty hard too, but Major League Baseball, very hard. And yesterday, they decided to not let anybody in the Hall of Fame. And my boy Eric Brown, bless him. Somebody tag Eric Brown. My friend Eric Brown from Long Island, good friend of mine, preacher, doing a wonderful job at Bethel Church. He brought up the question, is it fair to keep players out of the Hall of Fame because of performance enhancing drugs? Is that fair? And I'm going to say right here on Church Guys Like Sports Too, that is the most unfair thing you can do. And they only doing it. Listen. Thank you, Shandia. Shandia sent me a seed of God bless you, Sister Shandia. They only doing it. I think they doing it just to keep Barry Bonds out. Because Hank Aaron just died. And I don't know, I don't know if it's from the COVID shot or what. We just don't know. But I know the man died in his sleep 2 weeks after taking the COVID shot. Don't you? Y'all be careful when to take that vaccine. Do all your research. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but do your research. But Barry Bonds has has the record for most home runs, and he is not in the Hall of Fame. So if you're going to keep Barry Bonds out of the Hall of Fame because of performing enhancing drugs, then you got to go back to Babe Ruth, who was smoking all them cigars and drinking all that, they used to call it moonshine. And it is known that Babe Ruth was a known racist. So if you're going to keep Barry Bonds out now, you need to go back and look at Babe Ruth record, look at Ted Williams, and look at all these other folk. You cannot tell me Babe Ruth was not a muscular man. Babe Ruth didn't lift weight. Babe Ruth was a big guy that drunk beer, drunk moonshine, smoked cigars, and he got behind that thing and hit home runs. What was in that cigar? What was in that moonshine? So if we're gonna take and not let Barry Bonds in and not let the Roger Clemens of the world in and not let Sammy Sosa in, and I don't know what happened to Sammy Sosa. He used to be black. Now he ain't even white. He's something. He's paper. We call him Sammy Sosa is paper. You ever seen somebody so white they turn into paper? So we got to go back and look at their medical records because it's not fair. And I believe all the players were doing it. Every last one of them. And I still believe, and I'm gonna give LeBron his props right now for all the LeBron fans. Listen, LeBron been playing in the NBA half his life. He's at year 18, and he is still loose leaf, and he is still balling like he's balling, which is amazing. I think LeBron James is on some PED too. There's no way you can be that big, that fast, that old like him. LeBron James has got to be on something. So they need to go ahead and let Barry Bonds in. They need to let Roger Clemens in. They need to let, what's the other boy? Mariano Rivera in. They need to let these boys in. So, they took drugs. Well, put an asterisk next to their name. But they deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. They deserve to be in the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. All right? And they need to go back and get them Negro League players and let them in. Bob Gibson. It was more than just Jackie Robinson. Let them in as well. So I got some news for the Dallas Cowboy fans. We got some Dallas Cowboy fans out there. And look at here. I'm going to talk to you all about your quarterback, Dak Prescott. The Cowboys still have not paid him, and the dum-dum should have took that money. I know he wish he took it now. But Dak Prescott this morning signed a multi-million-dollar deal with Budweiser, Anheuser-Busch beer. So now you see what happens, and I'm afraid for the Cowboys because they might lose Dak Prescott. And if the Cowboys lose Dak, they ain't got a chance. And they ain't got a chance. Their only chance was with Dak. So I don't know about what the Cowboys are going to do. And it is reported to me that Jerry Jones is a Trump supporter. And one other thing I forgot to mention, it happened about a week ago. Bill Belichick. I want to shout out Bill Belichick. And y'all share this too. I'm about to close out, but I want to shout out Bill Belichick because Donald Trump, before he was leaving office, he wanted to give Bill Belichick an award of honor, some kind of honor award. Right after that Capitol mess happened, Donald Trump and Bill Belichick have been friends for 30 years. They've been friends maybe 40 years since Bill Belichick was coaching the New York Giants. And Donald Trump was here in New York, living here, doing all what he does. Bill Belichick and Donald Trump are friends. But Belichick called him and said, I am not going to the White House to accept this award. He declined going to the White House to get an award, the highest award a civilian can get. He declined it because of the mess that Donald Trump started, because of the mess that Donald Trump did. Now you see, this is what, and let me bring this to the church. Let me talk to some of y'all. Even if you friends with somebody, and that's your dude, that's your girl, that's your homie, but you know they dead wrong, you got to call them out on their stuff. And you ain't got a real friend unless he can tell you that you're wrong. If your friend can't look you dead in your face and say you dead wrong on this, then that ain't your friend. And some of us ain't got no real friends. We got a whole bunch of yes men around us. But sometimes you be dead wrong and your friends won't say nothing. So Bill Belichick said, no, I cannot accept this because I can't be affiliated with what you had, with what you did and what you caused on that Wednesday at the Capitol. If you talking about you my friend, tell me when I'm wrong. Because I hate to say this, if you got a real friend and you tell them that they're wrong, it ain't gonna put a divide in the relationship. You're still cool. But you got to watch out for them folks that you could be dead wrong and they won't say nothing, but they talk about you. So Belichick said, nah, look, Trump my boy, but I ain't going. And he knew Trump was using him. Trump was just using him just to, he's a big sports figure. Let me use him to take some heat off me. Don't let your friends use you to take heat off of them. Call them on their mess. Oh, I just gave you a free message just now. Yes, I don't mind. I don't mind checking my friends, and I don't mind them checking me. Because when I'm wrong, and sometimes you can be wrong and you don't see it. You need somebody that love you, like, yo, yeah, you wrong on that. All right, that's me. That's on me. And then you know how to maneuver. But when you surrounded by yes men, because I know some Trump supporters. I ain't gonna call some Trump supporters that I know. They will go nameless on this show. I ain't gonna call nobody's name. But I know some Trump supporters that still right now don't see nothing wrong that he's done. Don't see a thing wrong with what he's done. And I know some Biden supporters that never see a thing wrong with what he's done. But I'm not gonna call no Trump supporters name, and you'd be surprised. They black. They are black. But Trump could do no wrong in their eyes. So shout out to Bill Belichick for declining to go to the White House. And yes, he probably did not deserve it. What Belichick ain't did nothing all year. And can you imagine how Belichick is feeling right now? He kicked Tom Brady out of New England, said Tom Brady was too old. And Tom Brady's on his way to the Super Bowl, and Bill Belichick is on his way to the NFL draft lottery. Y'all better stop playing. Stop playing with Tom Brady. All right, we closing out. My friend Robert Stevens brought up a topic. Who is the greatest Knick of all time? And I'm going to close this. It's no debate. It's no debate. Patrick Ewing is the greatest Knick of all time. All right, y'all. Peace out. Thank you for tuning in. The Church Guys Like Sports too. Go to the YouTube channel. All the shows on there for the last 2 years. Peace. I love y'all. Remember, you can love God and still love sports. Ladies, go to Victoria's Secret. Get you some red. Go get you some red for the Super Bowl. Do your nails in red. Get some red lipstick. And he gonna give you a night to remember. Peace.
Together.